What's up, y'all? It's actually Friday morning, about 9:30 for me here, and there's some big changes of plans happening this week, so I'm headed out here to check out some ammo. Y'all know, if you've watched my videos for any length of time, normally I do these little ammo runs when I do them at the beginning of the week and post stuff on Thursday, but again, there was a change of plans this week. I was planning to be at the range. I already had my stuff already set, everything loaded up, all my tests laid out, but y'all know one of my dogs have had some health problems, been sick really on and off since October, and she got pretty bad yesterday. Actually had to take her down to the emergency vet down in Greensboro and leave her overnight, so that totally changed all my plans, obviously, and today I've got to go pick her up this afternoon. So all that being said, I figured I hadn't done an ammo run in a while, and I do have a few things that I ordered that came in and that was sent to me, so we'll go up here and make our rounds. Maybe I'll even go by the Dunhams and see what's going on in there, but let's go up here to the Rural King first and see what's happening with them. All right, let's check a little bit out in here in the Rural King. Looks about the same. I got some 357 mag arms core at $27.99. That's not bad on 357 mag, just FMJ though. That 9 Winchester is $13.99, so they're just too high on stuff, just the basic stuff like that. Bunch of different 45 punch, HST, got some 40, several different kinds of 10 here. As far as the FMJ stuff, looks like about 33, 34 bucks. So $2.99 on the arms core 22 LR. Good to see that back down at least to close where it used to be. Looks like a little bit of 5.7, some 17 HMR, but nothing really noteworthy on this side. Shot shell stuff, it's looking pretty decent. Got some 20 in here, $9.99, 12, a bunch of 12. Looks like mostly all Skeed and Target stuff, but pretty good selection here for shot shell stuff. This side here with the 223, 5.56, $12.99, $13.50, just too high on that. Got some 45-70, a couple different kinds there, $42.99. That's not bad on that Lever Evolution, because that's the Mac Daddy of 45-70. 6.5 Grendel for $19.99. That's actually pretty good if somebody's got something chambered in that. 450 Bushmaster, tons of 308 as always. More 5.56, again $12.99. That's just too much for 5.56 223 right now. 270 7mm PRC. That's unusual to see. 52 bucks on that. A couple little boxes of 30-30 there. 6.5 Creed on the bottom, so looks like they got a pretty good stock, but again, nothing really noteworthy. All right, made it out to Rural King again. Good bit of stuff in there, actually. I'm really surprised at how much stock they're keeping lately. For a while there, they had gotten pretty low on it, but like I mentioned in there, nothing I really couldn't live without, or any kind of super deals that I saw anyway. So I think from here, like I mentioned, since it's been so long, we'll run up here to the Dunhams and see what they got going on. All right, let's see what's happening in here. Tons of inventory as always, and usually just about any caliber you're looking for. Bunch of 357, 44 mag, 45 Colt. Problem in here always is the price tags on this stuff. Some 5.7 there, you can see they still got 50 bucks on that. Little 41 mag right there, I'm tempted to get that, but that's probably just way higher than it should be. 38 special, 45. There's some more 44 mag. Ammo Inc. signature Target. I don't know what that's all about. I think it's just FMJ as far as I can tell. Got some white box 44 mag. That's a little tempting, but not for that kind of price. 460, more 45 Colt, 44 mag. Again, they got usually just about any caliber in here. That's the one good thing. If you're desperate, you can get something out of here. Bunches of 380 here. That 380 Defender, I may actually grab a box of that. I don't think I've tested that. The rest of it I think I've tested before. The rifle stuff, again, a little bit of everything. That actually even got some 360 Buckhammer here. $34.99 on that 360 Buckhammer. Actually more of it here. The Federal there, that's I don't even see a tag on that one, so pretty interesting that they got that in here. Again, they usually got about any caliber you're looking for. Bunch of 7.62. They still got quite a bit of Wolf 7.62 in here, priced at $13.99. A lot of times they'll drop at. I probably should keep an eye on that and grab it when they do. Got 6mm Creed there, 243, 545 by 39 even here. Hornady Black, $22.99 on that. Their 556 still too high, $14.99. Bunch of different rimfire bulk stuff and the smaller CCI. arms core, a little bit of everything again. And then one more time on the other side with the shot shells. Again, same story here, quite a bit of stuff. The only thing I guarantee you they don't have in here is 410, and I don't see it yet, but they got 20, 12, slugs, double aught, target stuff, a little bit of anything in here, but again, the price tag's the big problem. All right, y'all, pretty much the same story in the Dunhams from the last time we was in there. Tons of inventory, and the good thing, again, like I mentioned, is they got just about every caliber you're looking for. There's actually quite a few things in there that I wouldn't mind picking up and doing some testing on, but them prices are just crazy. If I want it that bad, I can go online and even with shipping still get it cheaper. But that being said, I did actually give in and grab a box of that Defender in 380 just because I've never tested it, and it wasn't terribly priced like some of the other stuff. So let's round it out at the local shop and see if they got anything new, and then I'll head back to the house and show y'all what I ended up with. All right, let's see if we got anything new in the local shop here. Everything's pretty much the same as I can see so far. Tons of just about everything. Y'all know the deal in here. Still got the 9 Norma, $10.99 a box, so great deals on the 9. Tons of 380. I'm gonna go pretty quick here unless I see anything new today. They got some 45 Colt hammer down. I don't think I've even got any of that, so I'll probably grab some of that just to check that out. Bunch of powder and primer still. Rimfire, big old piles of that. I don't see anything different from last time I was in here. Still $8.99 on the X-Tac 5.56, holding strong at that good deal. Hunting stuff, y'all know the deal. Like I always say in here, they got a little bit of everything hunting wise. Notice down here on the end they've got a bunch more 35 Whaling back in, and even some 444 Marlin. I hadn't seen that in a really long time. Shot shell stuff, same deal. Tons of stuff, and even some 410. They got the triple defense here, that critical defense Hornady stuff. They got some 3-inch 410 triple aught buck here, 5 pellet. I might grab a box or two of that because I think I'm a little low on that 3-inch. 12, 20, same deal with all that as usual. Tons of stock in here. All right, we made it back to the house again, y'all. Before I jump into it and show you the little haul I've got, if you enjoy these videos, reach down and click that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you got your notifications turned on so you don't miss anything when I upload it. So let's jump on into it, and I'll show you what I picked up locally first. Not a whole lot really this time. This was new in there at my local shop, this 45 Colt Federal Premium Hammer Down, 250 grain. This is the soft point stuff. I'm sure all of this hammer down that I've seen and tested so far has been hollow point. Actually hollow point, I think. Yeah, hollow point. So a nice hollow point there. I've tested this in I believe 357, or maybe not the 357. I know I've got it in 357, 44 mag, and 4570. I'm not sure which all I've tested. This I did not have, so this should be some good testing. The only problem with me testing 45 Colt is I really want to get some kind of lever action dedicated chambered in 45 Colt, and maybe like a single action, because the only thing I've got right now is the dual chamber stuff like 410, 45 Colt, or something that's not really chambered for 45 Colt, but we'll run it. So either way though, this should be a good test because this is usually some good stuff. So I grabbed one box of that, and then they actually had some of this newer FN ammo, 5.7x28 FN branded, the FMJ and HP stuff, the personal self-defense they call it. This is the 30 grain SS200. This is a hollow point, but it's not an expander. It's basically a fragmenter. I'm pretty sure it fragments. So I got 2 boxes of that, and then they had the FMJ, basically the equivalent here, 40 grain though, actually 40 grain FMJ, so nothing special there. 5.7 I'm not the biggest fan of, but may as well get this stuff to do some testing with, so I got 2 boxes each of that. And then the last thing from there was actually some more stuff that Nathan wanted me to test out. It's some 357 SIG V-Crown, 125 grain, 50 round box of this stuff. I'll show y'all here. Nice nickel plated cases with the V-Crown projectile. Now, y'all know how my feelings on SIG in general as a company, so if it weren't for Nathan wanting this stuff tested, I would not be doing it. But either way, it should make for some more good 357 SIG testing. And then the only other thing I got locally was actually from Dunham's. It was a box of that Winchester Defender in 380. Again, I don't think, well, I know I hadn't tested any of this stuff. In the past, there's been kind of mixed results on this, like the 9, and I think maybe I've tested 40 and 45. Most of it's done pretty well. Like the 45 Colt, I can remember right off the top of my head, it didn't do good at all, but it was just moving too slow for what it is. So hopefully this 380 will do pretty decent. It's a 95 grain. They're saying 1,000 feet per second at the muzzle, so we'll see how that does. I got 1 box of that. And then from there, we'll move along to a little care package of stuff that was sent to me by Ray. So I really appreciate that. First thing he sent me was a couple of boxes of this Saber Blade Black Tip, 125 grain, 300 blackout. Now I've tested this stuff in 300 blackout, but I believe it was the 110. So you can see there, this is pretty much PSA or Blade Saber, AAC, whoever you want to call it. Basically their version of the VMAX. It pretty much acts the same way, goes all to pieces. I've tested the 110, I'm pretty sure it was, so definitely look forward to seeing how this 125 does, if it does much different. So 2 boxes of that he sent. And then he also sent me a box of spicy 9mm here, some core bond. We got the 9mm plus P, 125 grain. It's saying 1250 feet per second here on the box, so 125 grain at that speed's moving along pretty good, as you can see there. Nice looking projectile. It looks familiar, but I can't really place like where I've seen that before. I've definitely seen that projectile somewhere before. It may be from the extreme stuff, I'm not really sure, but looks like some good stuff. Hopefully it'll do well. So 1 box of that, and again, I really appreciate him sending this stuff my way to do some testing with. And then from there, I've got a couple little online orders I placed. First up was from PSA, so I'll just get all this out at one time. This is that 12 gauge double alt buck that they just had a pretty decent deal on. 2 3/4, 1325 velocity, 9 pellet double alt buck. I've left a community post for this stuff with an affiliate link for it, as y'all can see there. I actually picked up 10 boxes of it myself. Now, I probably didn't really need this, but it was at a good deal even when you add on the shipping, so I grabbed 10 boxes of that. And then I also grabbed something that a lot of people have asked me to test from them, their AAC ammo. This time it's in 40 Smith & Wesson, 180 grain, loaded with the XTP. Now, y'all know I've tested this stuff in 9mm, 357, 10 mil, a few different AAC rounds. It's been kind of a mixed bag as far as results. Most of them have been pretty good, especially for what you get this stuff for. So I picked up 1 box of that. And then the last thing from the PSA order is, again, one that a lot of people have asked me to test, the AAC 70 grain TSX 5.56 NATO here. This is basically the equivalent of the brown tip ammo, the so-called brown tip. So you can see there, hollow point, solid copper round, 70 grain, supposed to be 2850, so that's pretty rolling on for a 70 grain. Should be some good testing for this stuff. I've got 2 boxes of it. And then the last batch is another online order, and it's probably a little bit of a spoiler for one of the new tools I've gotten recently that I hadn't done a video on yet. I think this was from Target Sports USA. I can't really remember, but it's some 30 carbine. So some Winchester Super X 30 carbine, 110 grain. This is the hollow soft point, they call it. So they just added them both together. It's basically a hollow point, open lid, hollow point. As you can see there, 110 grain projectile. Nothing real fancy on this one. This is a 50 round box, so I got 1 of these. Now, y'all know I also already picked up some FMJ arms core in 30 carbine. I picked that up several months ago when RK had it in there. I believe priced in there at $9.99 for a 50 round box. So I grabbed 4 boxes of it at the time. And again, I'm pretty sure it was mismarked because now that same stuff is $37.99. So I should have grabbed all I could. But in any case, I hate having ammo sitting around without a tool to run it from. So I've picked up something in 30 carbine. I ain't gonna show you, tell you exactly what just yet, but I got 1 box of that. And then I also got 4 boxes of this Critical Defense 30 carbine. Same weight here, 110 grain with the FTX projectile. I'm sure y'all are all familiar with Critical Defense in several different rounds I've tested. Other people have tested and y'all have seen. You can see there, got the FTX projectile in it. So this should be some pretty good stuff. 110 grain, probably moving, well, what does this stuff say it's moving? 2,000 feet per second, so not too bad, and we should see that out of what I've got, so that's probably another spoiler, but anyway, I got 4 boxes of that. And that does it for this one, y'all. So actually ended up a pretty decent little variety of stuff here. Should be some interesting testing going on. Again, this is unplanned. I wasn't really going to do this, but I'm glad I did. I didn't realize I'd had so much building up, but it's probably going to be very slim to none over this weekend as far as videos. I might try to put something together, but I hadn't been out to the range. I was planning on going again today. Well, yesterday I was planning, and then again today, and just all that stuff changed. So, but again, if you do enjoy these videos, make sure you reach down and click that like button. If you're doing some shopping, check out those affiliate links down below in the video description. Anything you buy after hitting up those links, I get a kickback from them, so I really do appreciate that. Big time thanks to all my range gang members and every single one of y'all for showing the support y'all do. Again, right back to the normal schedule next week, and I've got a ton of really really good stuff already planned, so stay on the lookout for that. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.